What is the agenda for today's classes? I'm going to take this class for next 60 minutes. In the next 60 minutes, you people will understand introduction to Power BI. Okay, this is the agenda for today's class. So in order to understand Power BI, first we need to understand data analysis, guys. In today's class, first we will try to explain what is data analysis. Without knowing data analysis, not recommended to start learning Power BI. First, you need to know data analysis, then you need to start learning Power BI. Okay, once you learn what is data analysis, second, you will learn what is Power BI. What is Power BI? And third one, you will learn how to perform data analysis using Power BI. How to perform data analysis using Power BI. These are the three things you will learn. Let's see, guys. Uh, so first, what is data analysis? Might be many people know about data analysis here, but let me tell in the best way what is data analysis. What is data analysis is, I can say data analysis is a process. It's a process. When I said it's a process means collection of steps. Wherever I said it's a process, meaning for process is collection of steps. Process means collection of steps. Collection of steps. And the meaning is a data analysis contains collection of steps, I'm telling. Let me show you what are the different steps available in data analysis. I just open one word here. These are the multiple steps available in data analysis. If you see here, you have 5 steps. Step 1 to step 5. Data analysis contains 5 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Data analysis contains 5 steps. This 5-step process name is data analysis, guys. Okay, so to be more specific, data analysis is a 5-step process. 5-step process which converts business data into actionable information. Which converts business data into actionable information. Actionable information. That is what we call data analysis. Data analysis is a 5-step process. That 5-step process will convert business data into an actionable information. Okay. Once you understand what is data analysis, okay, let me graphically show you how that 5 steps will look like. Here we are seeing a plain image, how that 5 steps are. But let me graphically show you how it will look like. Look at this. I open another image here. Data analysis, also known as business intelligence. Business intelligence, in short, I call it as BI. Business intelligence or data analysis, one and the same. Business intelligence or data analysis contains how many steps I said? It contains 5 steps, I said. 5 steps. First step, OLTPs. Second step, ETL. Third step, OLAP. Fourth step, creating reports or visuals. Fifth step, sharing them with the clients. This complete 5-step process name is data analysis. If you want to know Power BI, first you need to know about these 5 steps. Once you know about these 5 steps, then only you can understand Power BI. Okay. Final point is what that 5 steps will do. They'll convert companies' business data into actionable information. What is business data? What is actionable information? I'll speak about them. Okay, now let me write the 5 steps. OLTP is the first step. ETL is the second step. OLAP is the third step. Create reports is the fourth step. Share reports to the clients is the fifth step. Share reports to clients is the fifth step. These are the 5 steps you will have in the data analysis. As I said, if you want to start learning Power BI, first you need to know about these 5 steps. What is OLTP? You need to know. What is ETL? You need to know. What is OLAP? You need to know. What is this reports? Why we need to share? If you know all these 5 steps, then you can understand Power BI effectively. Okay, before I start explaining these 5 steps, okay, data analysis contains 5 steps, right? Who will use this data analysis? Who will use data analysis? Who will use these 5 steps? Who will use this data analysis? Is each and every company. Each and every company will perform data analysis. No matter whether the company is a big company or small company, how many companies are available in the market, every company will perform the data analysis. Each and every company will perform data analysis. Yes, guys. What is the meaning? Each and every company will perform data analysis, we are telling, right? What is the meaning here? Let me explain this line. Take when there is any company, take any company. You name some companies, Flipkart, Amazon. I write some random companies. In this list, I'll add this training institute, analytics benchmark. Like this, I can list lot of company names, guys. When there is any company, the company will do some business. When a company is there, company will do some business, guys. Tell me, Flipkart is doing e-commerce business. What is the type of business Flipkart is doing is e-commerce. Amazon is also doing e-commerce business. They have other also. Fine. ICICI is doing banking business or financial business. Analytics benchmark is into the education sector. EduTech, you can call it as. So you take any company, that company will do some business. What is the next step is when a company is doing the business, they'll get the business data. You tell me, when Flipkart is doing e-commerce business, what type of data it will generate? It will get business data, right? It will get orders related data. It will get returns related data. It will get products related data. It will get sales related data. Flipkart will get sales related data. Like this, lot of data they'll get, guys. Product sales, customers related data. All this comes under business data. When Amazon also doing e-commerce business, they also get the similar kind of data, right? They also get the similar kind of data. You take ICICI Bank. When ICICI is doing banking business, they also get the business data. Tell me, what is the business data ICICI Bank will get? They'll get day-to-day transactions related data, savings account related data, credit card related data, loans related data, insurance related data, and so on. If I keep on writing, I can write lot of data. Oh, in the same note, you take analytics benchmark. We are into edutech, right? Here also we'll get business data. What is the business data I'll get? The most important business data for this training institute is students data, faculty related data, courses related data, fee related data, and so on. We also get lot of different data. So every company, when they do any business, they'll get business data, guys. That business data, they will store data. So wherever we store the data, we call it as, some companies will store the business data in the Excel files. Some companies will store the business data in the SQL Server database. Some companies will store the business data in the Oracle database. Right? They might store the data in different places, guys. Companies might store data. We call them as OLTPs. Wherever we store the business data, we can call this as OLTP or data source. We'll talk about it. Wherever companies are storing their business data, I can call that as either a data source or a OLTP. We'll talk more about it. Okay, once the business data is stored, when a company is getting the business data, they'll store the data here. What they need to do with the data is they need to analyze the data. Companies need to analyze the data, guys. Whatever the business data they got, they need to analyze the data. Analyzing the data means they need to understand where we are doing good and bad. So analyzing the data means where we are performing good, where we are performing bad. Understanding that, we call it as analyzing the data. If you take Flipkart is selling 100 products, imagine 100 products they are selling. Which products are selling good? Which products are selling bad? Is nothing but analyzing the product related data. Right? Like that, companies need to analyze the data to take better business decisions. Okay, whatever the business data is stored here, I said that they need to analyze the data. Why? Companies need to analyze the data, to take better business decisions, Every company need to analyze the data to take better business decisions. better business decisions, guys. I'll explain this point. Why companies need to analyze the data, I'm telling. Companies need to analyze the data to take an example. Currently, ICICI is operating in 1,000 branches. Currently, ICICI have 1,000 branches. Imagine when they have 1,000 branches, out of 1,000 branches, they are planning to close 10 branches. They want to close 10 branches. They want to take a decision which 10 branches they need to close. Out of 1,000 branches, they want to close 10 branches. They need to take a decision which 10 branches to close. Tell me, guys. Out of 1,000 branches, when they want to close 10 branches, will they randomly go and pick the 10 branches and close it, or what? This is the business decision they need to take. This is the decision they need to take. Online people, tell me. Will they randomly go and pick 10 branches and close it, or what they'll do? Online people, you just tell me. Unmute and tell me, guys. Unmute and tell me, when you have 1,000 branches data, will you randomly go and pick 10 branches and close it, or what we will do?
On the basis of last bank, they will close the bank, sir.
So they will not randomly pick it, right? So what they'll take is, they'll take 1,000 branches data, they'll analyze it. That 1,000 branches data, they'll analyze it. When they analyze it, they'll understand which branches are doing good, which branches are doing bad. They'll go to the branches which are doing bad and they'll pick 10 branches and close it. See here, in order to take this decision, which 10 branches to close, I need to analyze the data, guys. Once after analyzing the data only, I can pick which 10 branches I need to close. Out of 1,000 branches, which 10 branches I need to close. For that, I need to analyze the data. In order to take any business decision, we need to analyze the data, guys. Without analyzing the data, if I take the decisions, I might take wrong decision, guys. That is the reason companies need to analyze the data to take better business decisions. Companies, to analyze the data, they require something called reports. Companies, to analyze the data, required reports. Required what? Reports. Companies, to analyze the data, they required something called reports, guys. Let me show you how the reports will look like. I'm telling that any company, to analyze the data, they required some reports, I'm telling, right? I'll just show you how the reports will look like. I'm just going to open a couple of reports. How the reports will look like, I'll just show you. Go to workspaces. I'll just open one couple of reports. Artificial intelligence sample, corporate spend, e-commerce sales analysis, regional sample, revenue opportunity. I just opened a couple of reports just to make you understand, guys. Look at this. This complete one, I can call it as one report. What is the title of the report? You guys can see the title of this report is e-commerce sales report. We can see on the top right side or top left side, e-commerce sales report. Each one I can call it as a visual. Line chart is one visual. Column chart is one visual. Donut chart is one visual. Scatter chart is one visual. And map is one visual. Each one we call it as visuals. These are card visuals. These are slicers. All those are visuals only. All the visuals I can call it as report. Try to understand the terminology. Each one we call it as a visual. All the visuals together I call it as a report. Companies require this kind of reports to analyze the data. To analyze the data, guys. Try to understand. When I go to one of the visual here, in this visual, you see subcategory wise. Look at this visual. What is the information you are showing is, you are showing subcategory wise sum of profit. Subcategory wise sum of profit you are showing. When you show this visual, subcategory wise sum of profit, subcategory wise sum of profit, when I show this visual, by using this visual, I can understand which subcategories are generating highest profits. Subcategory wise profits you are showing. Tell me which subcategory is generating highest profit here. Copiers is the one which is generating highest profit here. Which one is generating lowest profit here? Tables is the one which is generating lowest profit here. Second highest profit, phones. So tables, when I see profit number is minus 18K. Profit number in minus is nothing but loss, guys. Is nothing but what? loss. I see suppliers bookcases also have negative numbers. Negative numbers are nothing but losses. Here, what I understand is when I go to this visual can explain me where we are doing good, where we are doing bad. So we are doing good with copiers and phones. We are doing bad with suppliers, bookcases, and tables. They are generating negative profits, losses. So by using these visuals, we can understand where we are doing good and bad. Based on that, I can take the decisions, guys. Based on that, I can take the decisions. I can take the decisions here. What is the one decision I can take by using this visual? By using this visual, I can go and stop selling suppliers, bookcases, tables. I'll go and stop selling this three. Uh, I'll go and stop selling this three. That is one decision I can take. What is the second decision I can take is, I'll concentrate more on copiers and phones business. Copiers and phones business, I'll concentrate more. Why copiers and phones will concentrate more? They're giving huge profits. Why I'm planning to stop selling suppliers, bookcases, and tables? They're giving losses. So try to understand. I said that we need to create this kind. We require this kind of reports to analyze the data. This is a report. Companies require this kind of reports to analyze the data. To analyze the data, they require these reports. I'm just showing some sample reports. This is another report. So that reports will contain visuals. This is another report. The report will contain visuals. That visuals will tell us where we are doing good and where we are doing bad. If you go here, and when I go to one of the visual here, you see you have a visual where you are showing month-wise sales. In this visual, you are showing month-wise sales. When I go to this visual, I can understand which month is doing good amount of sales, which month is doing bad amount of sales. Here, by looking at this visual, I can understand November is the one which is doing higher sales. February is the month which is doing lower sales. Based on that, I can take some decisions. Decisions. What are the decisions I can take is, in February month, we need to maintain less stock. Generally, my company will do very less in the February month. You maintain less stock. In November month, my company will do good. You will maintain more stock, more stock. So this kind of decisions we can take by analyzing the data, guys. So companies required, what we are trying to tell? Companies required reports, guys. What we are trying to tell is, we are trying to tell companies required reports to analyze the data. So what that reports will contain? Reports contains visuals. Report contains what? Visuals. By using that visuals, we can understand where we are doing good and where we are doing bad. Based on that, we can take some decisions, guys. So companies require reports to analyze the data. So to create the report, any company to create the report, they need to perform a complete process called data analysis process. This complete process, we call it as data analysis process, right? One point. So companies will create the reports by performing data analysis process. This complete process, we call it as, people will think that we'll directly go and create reports. No, guys. Any company to create the reports, they need to perform this complete process. First, they need to do ETL, then they need to create OLAP, then they need to create reports. This is the process. See, every company to create the reports, they need to follow this process. What is this process name is? Data analysis, guys. Companies to create the reports will follow data analysis process, guys. Companies create reports by performing data analysis process. Any company so which need to create reports, they need to perform data analysis process, guys. Okay, now let me consolidate these 3 points. You name any company, every company will perform data analysis. Every company will perform data analysis. Using data analysis, why the companies will perform data analysis? To create reports. To create reports. Why the companies need to create reports? To analyze the data. To analyze the data. Why companies need to analyze the data? To take better business decisions. To take what? Better business decisions. In order to take better business decisions, so now you name any company, every company will perform what? Data analysis. companies will perform data analysis. Using data analysis, they'll create reports. Using reports, they'll analyze the data. Using analysis, they'll take the better business decisions. Any company to take the better business decisions, they need to analyze the data. Any company to analyze the data, they require reports. To create the reports, they need to perform data analysis. That is the reason every company will perform data analysis, guys. This 5 steps is there, right? Each and every company will perform this 5-step process. Yes, no matter whether the company is big or small, they'll perform it. Now, okay, we got an idea. Who will use this data analysis means each and every company will use this data analysis. Now, let's try to understand this 5 steps now. The first step in the data analysis is OLTPs. I'll make you understand this 5 steps. What is OLTP? What is ETL? What is OLAP? Or what is reports? What they will contain? I'll explain. Before I explain that, let me tell you who is data analyst. Who is data analyst? When you are talking about data analysis, you might be hearing about data analyst, right? Let me make you understand who is data analyst. Who is data analyst is the person who performs data analysis is a data analyst. The meaning is the person who do this ETL, who create this OLAP database, who create the reports, who share the reports to the clients, the person who do these 5 steps, that person name is data analyst, guys. That person name is what? Data analyst is the one who will do all the steps. Okay, now let's try to understand what are the steps. The first step is OLTP. What is the full form for OLTP? Online transactional processing. OLTP full form is what? Online transactional processing. What is this online transactional processing? Let's try to understand, guys. The place where company stores the business data, the place where companies stores business data, we call as OLTP, guys. How you got that name, I'll tell you. If my company is storing the business data in the SQL server, I can call the SQL server as OLTP. If my company is storing the business data in the Oracle, I can also call Oracle as OLTP. Wherever my company is storing the business data. So companies not only store the data in these 3 places, guys: Excel, SQL Server, Oracle. Some companies will store in MySQL database. Some companies will store in DB2 database. Some companies will store in cloud. No matter, wherever companies are storing their business data, whether they're stored in MySQL. If company is storing in MySQL, I can call MySQL as OLTP. If company is storing in DB2, I can call this DB2 as OLTP. The place where company stores business data, we call it as OLTP, guys. We call it as what? OLTP. So why you got this name is another name for business data is transactional data. Business data also known as transactional data. So business data also known as what? Transactional data, guys. Wherever we store transactional data, wherever we store transactional data, wherever we store transactional data, we call it as online transactional processing. Wherever we store the transactional data, name itself is telling. Online transactional processing means it will store the transactional data. In short, we call it as OLTP. Don't think much about it. Let me open one image. Every company will get the data, right? If you go to Flipkart, when you place an order, if you open a laptop, you open Flipkart website. In the Flipkart website, in your laptop, you open Flipkart website and you placed an order. When you place an order, it will produce the data and store it. Wherever we store the data, we call it as OLTP database. Or you open a mobile app, Flipkart mobile app, you placed an order. That order data also will come and store here. So the place where we store the business data, we generally call it as OLTP. That OLTP might be anything. So this is a front-end applications. So web applications. We will open web applications. We will do some transaction here. That transaction data will be stored in OLTP database. That OLTP database might be anything. MySQL database, SQL Server database, PostgreSQL, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. OLTP is the wherever we store the business data, we call it as OLTP. Okay, that is the. Now I hope you got an idea. The place where companies store the business data or transaction data, we call it as OLTP, or we can also call it as data source. Other words, data source. Wherever we store the business data, we call it as a data source or OLTP. Okay. Now, every company will have one or multiple OLTPs. Every company will have one or multiple OLTPs to store business data or transactional data. Try to understand this point. I'm telling that every company which is running now, they'll have either one or multiple OLTPs to store their data. Why multiple OLTPs? Online people, you tell me. Why multiple OLTPs? What is the reason multiple OLTPs? Online people. So why means there might be
to
some companies. You take example ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank have a lot of data. They'll have savings account data. They'll have credit card data. They'll have loans data. They'll have insurance data. They might not go and store all this data in a single OLTP. There might be, they will store, or they might not. Instead of that, what they're doing is they are storing savings account and credit card data in the SQL Server, loans and insurance data in the Oracle. In this case, how many OLTPs they store the data? Two OLTPs. Like this, a company might have either one OLTP or multiple OLTPs. What they'll store in the OLTPs, they'll store the business data, day-to-day transactions. Every company will have some web applications. Their customers will go and do some transaction. The transaction data will come and store in the OLTPs case. That is the final conclusion here. Okay. Now, so once you understand what is OLTP, next one, so next point is companies will provide one or multiple OLTPs to the data analyst. Try to understand this point. Companies will provide one or multiple OLTPs to data analyst and ask to create the reports guys and ask to create reports to analyze the data. Analyze the data. The point what we are trying to tell, this OLTP company will have already, that companies will provide that OLTPs to the data analyst and they'll ask to create the reports. Why they'll ask you to create the reports is to analyze the data and to take the better decisions they'll ask you. Okay. So once company provided OLTPs, important note is, make a note. It is never recommended to create reports. It is never recommended to create reports directly on OLTPs, guys. Why? Oh, so someone tell me. I'm telling that when company provided OLTPs, when they asked to create the reports, I said that it is not recommended to directly go and create reports on OLTPs. Why? What is the reason? It is never recommended to create reports directly on OLTPs. Someone tell me, online people, if you know, what is the reason? Why it is not recommended to create reports directly on OLTPs? What might be the
because
reason?
those are the
Hmm.
master data, no, they can having some restrictions to use that.
No, that is one reason. That's fine. That is not the major reason. Even if there is no such kind of restrictions, you are not supposed to use that. There are many reasons. Okay, the reason what you said, yes, that is fine. So the major reason is generally OLTPs contains unstructured data or raw data, guys. When you are getting the data into the OLTPs, you might get unstructured data or raw data. What data? Unstructured data or raw data. That unstructured data or raw data is not useful for creating the reports. Right, that point? What is the point we are trying to tell here is, um, oh, so we are trying to tell OLTPs will contains unstructured data. I'll explain in few minutes. Unstructured data. That unstructured data or raw data is not useful for creating the reports. I'll tell you what is unstructured data, why it is not useful for creating the reports, I'll discuss. Now, what data analysts need to do is, now data analysts need to create a new database, called OLAP. Called what? OLAP. To create reports. To create what? Reports. As OLTP database is not useful for creating the reports, we will go and create a brand new database. Data analyst will create a new database. That database name, what we will create is OLAP case. Why we are, as OLTP is not useful for creating reports, we are creating this database to create the reports, guys. This is best suitable for creating the reports. I'll explain, guys. What OLAP stands for now. OLAP stands for Online Analytical Processing. I'll tell you how you got this name also. Now, you are creating a brand new database, right? We need to move the data from OLTP database to OLAP database. It's a new database where we need to move the data. To move the data from OLTP to OLAP database, we require some software called ETL. Write that point, guys. To move the data from OLTP to OLAP, to move data from OLTP to OLAP, we required ETL software, guys. We required what software? ETL softwares. What ETL stands for? So to move the data from OLTP database to OLAP database, we required ETL software. ETL stands for extract, transform, load. ETL stands for what? Extract, transform, load. Now you people are telling we need to move the data from OLTP to OLAP, right? What data we will move? OLTP might have all your company's business data. Is it required to move all your company's business data to OLAP? Means no. While moving the data to the OLAP, we need to move only data required for creating the reports. What data I need to use in creating the reports? That data only I need to bring it to the OLAP. Imagine in OLTP, my company is storing the business data in 100 tables. 100 tables are there. Out of 100 tables, in the reports, client want to see only 10 tables data. Out of 100 tables, when client want to see only 10 tables data, we need to move only the 10 tables data to the OLAP. 10 tables data to the OLAP. Only the 10 tables data we need to use it in the reports, guys. Only the 10 tables data we need to use it in the reports. Right here, while moving the data to the OLAP, we need to move only data required for analysis purpose or analytical data. Not all the data. Data required for analysis, data required for creating the reports, we call it as analytical data. So how you got the name here is, in the OLAP, you will store analytical data. Data. Analytical data we will store. As in the OLAP, you store analytical data. We call it as online analytical processing. In short, we call it as OLAP. OLAP, right? So that's how you got the name. When it comes to OLAP, OLAP will have the data in the structured format, not the unstructured format. You said OLTP contains unstructured data. We said OLAP contains structured data. What data? Structured data. And that structured data, we generally use it for creating the reports. I said that unstructured data is not suitable for creating the reports, but structured data is best suitable for creating the reports. Now tell me, OLAP is getting the data from OLTP only, right? When OLTP is having unstructured data, how it is becoming structured here? Because of this ETL. If you directly load from OLTP to OLAP, there is a chance again here also unstructured. As you are moving this data through the ETL software, it will convert unstructured data to the structured, guys. It will convert unstructured data to the structured. Here, extract means taking the data. Transform means converting unstructured data to structured. Unstructured data to structured, we call it as transform. And that structured data we will load into the OLAP database. Guys. Once your OLAP is ready, we'll see. The major one in the ETL is transform, guys. The transform will convert unstructured data to structured, right? Now, let me give a small example. Practically, what is unstructured data? Why it is not useful for creating the report? What is structured data? Why we require structured data to create the reports? What is ETL? What we will do there? I'll give a small example, guys. Concentrate here. I'm just opening one slide. Look at this slide. When you look at this slide, in this slide, take the first table is OLTP. This first table is what? The first table is how the data will be in the OLTP. In the first table, that is how the data will be in the OLTP. I'm just going to, so this is how the data will be generally in the OLTP. This is how the data will be in the OLAP. So how data will come from OLTP into OLTP from lot of customers, lot of people. Generally into the OLTP data will get from lot of people. Tell me guys, in the Flipkart website, one customer will place the order or multiple customers will place the order? Like this, multiple customers will go and place the order. That order data will be stored in the OLTP. As this data is generally getting from multiple people, Data will generally get from multiple people, and that data will be stored. When multiple people are entering the country name, not all the people are entering the country name in the same format. One person enter the country name like United States. Second person enter the country name like US. Third person enter like U.S. US. USA. Different people enter their country name in different formats. We call it as unstructured. One person enter like United Kingdom. Another person enter like UK. Now, so this data which is there in the OLTP, it will move to the OLAP. Tell me guys, how the data from OLTP to OLAP, how it will move using ETL? Using ETL. Using ETL, you guys can move the data from OLTP to OLAP, right? While moving the data using ETL, now here, you will take the data and you'll transform it. The most important thing is transform. You'll convert US to United States. Converting US to United States is transform. U.S. converted to United States. US converted to United States. USA converted to United States. United Kingdom, UK. United Kingdom. So like this, you will transform the data. Whatever the transformed data, we'll load that into the OLAP. Now, when it comes to OLAP, OLAP is having the data in the structured format. So when data is in different formats, it is unstructured, or you can call it as raw data also. Raw data. And I can call this as structured data or clean data. Clean data or structured data, I can call it as. I hope you got an idea, right? Now go to the next slide. When I go to the next slide, look at here. I'm trying to, this is OLTP. I'm trying to create the visual directly on OLTP. In the visual, I try to show country-wise sales. I'm trying to show countries and their sales. When I share this visual with my company people said this visual is wrong. Someone tell me why this visual is wrong, online people? What's the wrong in this visual? When I try to use OLTP database to create this visual, when I share this visual with my company people, my company people said this visual is wrong. Why? What is the reason? This visual is telling that we are doing the business in 7 different countries. 7 different countries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But in reality, my company is not doing the business in 7 countries. They're doing the business in only 2 countries. They are expecting only 2 sales values here. One is for United States, second one is for United Kingdom. But it is not showing 2 sales values, it is showing 7 sales values. The problem is not with the visual. The problem is with the data. If you pass this kind of data, you'll get the result like this only. So that is the reason we don't create OLTPs when they have unstructured data. When you try to create the visuals, you'll get wrong results there. That is the reason we are not supposed to create. Now go to the next slide. Now this is how the data will be in the OLAP. After cleaning, this is how the data in the OLAP. I use OLAP to create this visual now. Now also I am trying to show. Now also I am trying to show country-wise sales, guys. I'm trying to show country-wise sales. First one is United States. You show United States here. And what is the sales? 1500 is the sales. United sales, it will group all this United States into one value and it will show the sales. United States is doing how much sales value? 1500. 100 plus 200, 300, 600, 1000, 1500, 1500. So it will group United Kingdom into one and it will show the sales value 300. 100 plus 200, 300. You are able to show country-wise sales. Now, when I share this visual with my company people said this visual is correct. We are doing the business in 2 different countries. United States is doing more sales. United Kingdom is doing less sales. Based on that, I can do some analysis. My company people do some analysis. I hope you got an idea. So when you try to directly go and create reports on OLTPs, you don't get the meaningful data in the reports. First, you need to take the data to the ETL software and you need to clean it. Clean or transform. That clean or transform data we will store in OLAP. That OLAP, we generally use it for creating the reports, right? Okay. Now we got an idea what OLTP contains. It contains business data in unstructured format. What you do in ETL, you'll clean the data or transform the data. That clean data or transformed data will be stored in OLAP. That OLAP, we generally use it for creating the reports. Okay. Now, the information which we shown in the reports, we call it as actionable information. The information what you shown in the reports, we call it as actionable information, guys. The information which we shown in the report, we generally call it as actionable information. Okay. So after that, so why we are calling it as actionable information? The information what I shown in the report, we call it as actionable information, guys. The information what we shown in this report, we call it as actionable information. Why we call it as actionable information is, when you share this information to the clients, clients will take the decisions. Decisions are nothing but actions. Decisions are nothing but what? Actions. By using the data in this visual, clients will take decisions or actions. That is the reason we call it as actionable information. See here, when you share this visual with the client, I said that my client want to stop selling suppliers, bookcases, tables. They want to stop selling their generating negative profits. So stop selling is a nothing but action. By using the information here, I'm taking the actions. That is the reason I call it as actionable information, guys. Okay. Finally, once we create the report, that report will have actionable information that we will share with the clients. Clients are the one who need to take the actions. My company owners are the one who need to take the actions. So, okay. So this 5-step process is data analysis, guys. Now, I hope you got an idea what is data analysis. In the last 40 minutes, I extensively discussed what is data analysis, what are these 5 steps. All right. Now, we will go and start what is Power BI. Next 20 minutes, we'll try to understand what is Power BI now. What is Power BI? Tell me, guys, what is Power BI is? Power BI is the name for who developed Power BI? Microsoft is the company developed Power BI. Microsoft developed Power BI for what? To perform data analysis. To perform data analysis. To perform these 5 steps. To perform these 5 steps. To perform these 5 steps. My company developed Microsoft Power BI, guys. Microsoft Power BI. Microsoft company developed a software called Power BI to perform this data analysis. To perform these 5 steps. Okay. So every company is performing these 5 steps. Nowadays, every company is using to perform these 5 steps, the Power BI software they're using. Okay. Now the point is, first point, Power BI is the name for collection of softwares. Power BI is the name for collection of softwares. Collection of softwares which are used to perform data analysis, Okay. So I'm telling that Power BI contains collection of softwares in it. They're used to perform data analysis. What are the different softwares available in Power BI is, first software available in Power BI is Power BI Desktop. Second software available in Power BI is Power BI Service. Power BI Service. Third software available in Power BI is Power BI Report Server. Power BI Report Server. A fourth software available in Power BI is Power BI Mobile. Power BI Mobile. So we guys said that Power BI contains collection of softwares, right? These are the 4 softwares available in Power BI. For these 4 softwares, Microsoft given the name called Power BI, guys. Power BI. If you see, MS Office software is there. When MS Office is there, MS Office is also named for collection of softwares. In MS Office, you have Word. Word is one software. You have Excel. Excel is one software. You have PowerPoint. PowerPoint is one software. All these software, there are other softwares also. All these softwares together, they're calling it as MS Office. Here also, all these softwares together, they're calling it as Power BI. Okay, out of the 4 softwares here, the major software in Power BI is Power BI Desktop, guys. Power BI Desktop is a major software in Power BI. Power BI Desktop. Power BI Desktop is a development software in Power BI. It is a development software in Power BI. Power BI Desktop is one development software. When so let me tell you a few points, guys. You people are here to learn Power BI, right? You guys join this course to learn Power BI. My team said how much time it will take to learn Power BI. To learn Power BI, my team said that it will take 2 months of time, right? It will take 2 months of time. A complete 2 months time is required in order to learn Power BI. After you learn Power BI for 2 months, you will become a Power BI data analyst. We people will call you as a Power BI data analyst. You are doing data analysis work using Power BI, right? That is the reason we call it as Power BI data analyst. Once you become a Power BI data analyst, you'll go and join one company. You'll go and join some company. So when you learn Power BI for 2 months, you'll become a Power BI data analyst. After that, you'll join the company. In that company, you'll perform this data analysis using a software called Power BI. Using a software called Power BI. Okay. Power BI data analyst majorly work with Power BI Desktop, guys. So 90% of time, 90% of time, Power BI developer will work in the Power BI Desktop, guys. 90% of time, Power BI developer will work in the Power BI desktop where he will do the development. It's a development software where he will do the development for 90% of time. Now, one more point. Power BI desktop internally have multiple softwares. If you go here, this is Power BI desktop, guys. When you go to this Power BI desktop, internally contains three more softwares. What are the three more softwares it have is Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. These three softwares are available in Power BI desktop. Okay, write them. So Power BI desktop again contains three more softwares internally. First one is Power Query. Second one is Power Pivot, and third one is Power View. Power View. We use all these softwares. Uh, uh, this is the major software. We use all these softwares to perform this data analysis, guys. We use all these softwares to perform these 5 steps. I'll tell you how to use all these softwares, how to perform this data analysis. I'll explain. Okay. Now, these three softwares, Power BI Service, Report Server, Power BI Mobile, they are small softwares. They are small softwares. They are small softwares. This is the major software. Power BI Desktop is the major one. In these three softwares, will work for 10% time only. 90% will work in desktop. 10% of time only Power BI Service, Report Server, Mobile, all three softwares together 10%. That means they are very small softwares. The major one is Power BI Desktop here. Okay. Next point. What is the next point is, now I'll tell you to the Power BI data analyst, who will provide the OLTPs? This OLTPs company itself will provide. We no need to create them. Power BI data analyst no need to work here. Already this OLTPs will be there in the companies. The companies itself will provide that OLTPs to the Power BI data analyst. What is the next step Power BI data analyst need to do? Next step Power BI data analyst need to do is ETL. So he understand that OLTPs will have unstructured data. He need to clean the data or transform the data. He need to clean or transform the data using ETL software. So next step is ETL. So using among all the softwares available here, what is the software we use to do this ETL? To do this ETL, we use Power Query, guys. Look at this. Power Query is an ETL software in Power BI. Power Query is an ETL software in Power BI. If you go and look at here, Power Query is an ETL software. Power Query is an ETL software in Power BI. Okay. Once you understand Power Query is an ETL software, you can look at this architecture slide. Power Query, I said ETL software. What the Power Query will do is, Power Query will connect to OLTPs or data sources. Wherever my company store the business data, I can call it as OLTPs or data sources. Power Query will connect to them and extract the data. Power Query will transform the data. Power Query will load the data to Power Pivot. Load the data to Power Pivot. Next point. Okay, you understand that where we do ETL, next step, Power BI data analyst, how you do ETL is using Power Query. Power BI data analyst, next step is creating OLAP database. After ETL, where we will create this OLAP database is using Power Pivot. Using Power Pivot. Now, Power Pivot is a database. Power Pivot is a database which is used to create OLAP. Which is used to create what? OLAP. You can look at here. You extracted the tables. You transform the data in the tables. You load the tables to Power Pivot. Whatever the tables I loaded into Power Pivot, the tables will be stored. And using the tables will create OLAP. Now, however, SQL Server is one database. However, Oracle is one database. Power Pivot is also a database. However, SQL will store the data in the form of tables. Oracle will store the data in the form of tables. Power Pivot also can store the data in the tables. Extracted tables, transform the tables and load the tables. Whatever the tables I loaded, I can use the tables to create this OLAP. Okay, that's what I said. Power Pivot is a database which is used to create OLAP, I said. Okay, now we understand where we do ETL, where we will create OLAP. Now, next step for Power BI data analyst is creating reports. After he create OLAP, he need to go and create the reports. Where we will create the reports is using a software called Power View. Power View is a software which is used to create. Power View is a software which is used to create reports, guys. Which is used to create what? Reports. Using this Power View, we guys will go and create what? Visual reports. So that reports contains actionable information. Finally, we need to share with our clients. Uh, Power BI desktop don't have the capability to directly share the reports to the client. Power BI desktop in Power Query it can do ETL. In Power Pivot it can create OLAP database. In Power View it can create reports. But Power BI desktop cannot share the reports directly to the clients. In order to share the reports to the clients, either we need to publish it to Power BI service. From there, we need to share with the clients, or we need to publish it to the Power BI report server. From there, we need to share with the clients. To share the reports to the clients, either we need to publish it to Power BI service or Power BI report server, and we need to share it, right? Share the reports to the clients. To share the reports to the clients, either I can use Power BI service or either I can use Power BI report server. Now, you need to get one question, guys. Why there are two softwares to do the same work? Why not one software? Try to understand. Why two softwares are there? So to do ETL, we only have Power Query. To create OLAP database, we have only Power Pivot. To create reports, we have only Power View. But to share the reports, either I can move the report to Power BI service, I can share it. Or either I can move it to the Power BI report server, I can share it. Why Microsoft developed two softwares to share the reports? What is the difference is, one is the cloud-based software, one is cloud, second one is on-premise, guys. On-premise. One is cloud, second one is on-premise. Some companies will publish the report to the cloud and from there they'll share with the clients. Some companies will publish it to the on-premise and 99% of the companies they're publishing to the cloud and sharing with the clients. Only 1% of the companies they're publishing it to the on-premise and they'll share it. No company will use both of them. A company can choose either a cloud or either a on-premise. Write that point here. Power BI service is a Azure cloud-based software. Azure cloud-based software, which is used to share the reports to the clients, which is used to share reports to the clients. How much percentage I said? I said that 99% of the companies they're using it. Power BI report server is a on-premise software. On-premise software. It's an on-premise software which is used to share reports to the clients. How much percentage I said? Only 1% I said. Only 1%. Try to understand. So no company will use all mostly. Finally, what we understand is in Power BI desktop, after I create the report, mostly that report will be published to Power BI service. From there, they'll share with the client's case. Okay. So we'll see that. Why mostly they are using cloud? Why not on-premise? We'll discuss. Now, once I publish the report to the Power BI service, once I share the report to the client can see the report in the laptops. Using their laptops, clients can see the reports. Using their desktops, they can see the reports. Using the mobile phone, also they can see the report. Whatever the report I shared here, I can see that report using laptops or desktops or mobile phones. Guys, in order to see the report in the mobile, you need a mobile app. In order to see the report, nowadays we are interested to see the information in mobiles. In order to see the information in mobiles, you require a mobile app, guys. Microsoft developed a mobile app with the name called Power BI Mobile. Power BI Mobile, it's a mobile app. It's a mobile app which is which is used to view the reports in mobiles, which is used to view reports in where mobiles or tabs or iPads, guys. Mobiles or tabs or iPads. Power BI Mobile, it's a mobile app which is used to view reports in mobiles or tabs or iPads. So we have mobile app for iOS. We have mobile app for iOS. We have mobile app for Android. So which mobile client is using, based on that they can install the app and they can see the clients will install this mobile app, guys. Tell me, guys, these are the different softwares available in Power BI. Using these softwares, am I able to do this complete data analysis? Yes, you can do it. Who will provide the OLTPs? Companies will provide. Where we do ETL, we do in Power Query. Where we will create OLAP, we'll do it in Power Pivot. Where we will create reports, we'll do it in Power View. How we will share the reports with the clients? Mostly with Power BI service. Where clients will consume in mobile phones using if you go to Play Store or App Store, search with the name called Power BI Mobile, you'll find a mobile app. We'll use that mobile app to view it. Okay, this is the flow, guys. So once we understand, so now we understand what is data analysis and what is Power BI. If someone asks you what is Power BI, you need to tell Power BI is the name for collection of softwares. This is the Power BI is the name for collection of softwares which are used to perform the data analysis case. So in order to explain Power BI, first I explain data analysis because Power BI is used to do that. First you need to know data analysis, then only you'll understand. Now let me consolidate case. Now in 2 lines, I'll consolidate how to perform data analysis using Power BI in just 2 lines. In the data analysis, what is the first step? In the data analysis, first step is OLTPs, guys. OLTPs. Either company will have one or multiple OLTPs. Who will provide the OLTPs? Companies. Next step is how to perform data analysis using Power BI software. How a Power BI data analyst will perform data analysis using Power BI. How a Power BI data analyst, Power BI data analyst will perform data analysis using Power BI. I'll write in 2 lines. In data analysis, first step is OLTPs. Companies will provide to the Power BI data analyst. Second step is ETL. So in data analysis, next step is ETL. Where we do ETL in Power BI? Using Power Query. ETL you will do in Power Query. What is the next step after ETL? Next step after ETL is creating OLAP database. Creating what? OLAP database. To create the OLAP database, where we will create the OLAP databases. Next step in the data analysis is OLAP. You'll do it in Power Pivot. You'll do it in where? Power Pivot. Next step is after creating OLAP, you need to create reports. You need to create what? Reports. Where we'll create the reports is using a software called Power View. There will be a software called Power View. After creating the reports, we need to share reports to the clients. Reports to clients. To share the reports to the clients, we will use a software called Power BI service, guys. Power BI service. Okay. Now, if you want to become a Power BI data analyst, what you need to know is OLTPs will be provided by the companies. First, Power BI data analysts need to learn how to do the ETL in the Power Query. I'll discuss 13 hours of time about only ETL, how to do it in the Power Query. After that, he need to learn how to create OLAP database in the Power Pivot. I will teach 17 hours of time how to create OLAP database in the Power Pivot. Next one, we need to learn how to create reports in the Power View. I'll teach you 17 hours of time how to create the reports in the Power View. And finally, we need to share the reports to the clients using Power BI service. Uh, so 13 hours of time, we will see how to share the reports to the clients using Power BI service. I said that totally Power BI course I will cover for 60 hours of time, right? This is the breakdown of the 60 hours, guys. Right? Okay. Now, next point. Okay, we are not yet done. So we are done with these 3 points, guys. Technically, we are done. I'm going to discuss some general points now. The general points are the most important points to become a Power BI data analyst, guys. Don't leave. Technically, we are done. And I want to discuss some general points to become a Power BI data analyst. Let's see what are the general points. First, instead of typing them, I'll copy paste them, guys. I'll just go to the previous batch notepad. I'll just copy paste them and I'll explain it. Some general points I want to explain. Okay. So these are the general points. Sorry, I just opened a wrong one. Let me go to another notepad. I want to discuss some general points which are most important. Now, when will be the new batch? My team will update you. When I'm going to start the new batch, my team will update you. So another two classes you can attend for free. 2 more classes. New batch, my team will update shortly. My team will update for the new batch. Update you. And you can attend 2 more classes free. What in the 2 more classes, free classes, what you will do is you will start practicals. Now today we discussed only theory, right? In the 2 more free classes, we'll start the practicals. I'm trying to say here, in the 2 more free classes, I'll start the practical sessions. Now today you understand how theoretically I explain the topic, you understand, right? In the next classes, you will practically see them how I'll explain the classes. You guys can attend 2 more classes. My team will update when will be another 2 more free classes will be there. My team will be updated. Now, in the in the practical, where our work will start, the Power BI developer work will start in the Power BI desktop, guys. This data will be provided by the company. Our work will start in Power BI desktop. In the next class, I'll tell you how to install Power BI desktop. How to install Power BI desktop. After installing, I'll tell you in Power BI desktop how to open Power Query, how to do ETL. After that, I'll tell you in Power Pivot how to create OLAP database. After that, I'll tell you in Power View how to create visual reports. After that, I'll tell you how to publish the reports to Power BI service, how to share the reports to the clients. This complete process, I will explain practically. They will not cost you. Next 2 more classes are free. They'll not cost you anything, but you will understand practically how the Power BI software will work. Practical classes, what you will learn, how Power BI software will work practically, you will learn how Power BI software will work practically. You will learn, guys. Okay, that is about the. Wait for the next 2 free classes, then you can decide. Now, I'll just send one mail with you. In few minutes, you are going to get one mail from us. The mail will contains recorded session. I just recorded the video, right? I'm going to share that recorded video in the mail. My team collected your email IDs, right? So using that email IDs, I'm going to share this recorded session. We not only share the recorded session, we also share the notepad, guys. This notepad, whatever I written in the last 1 hour, I write a lot of content here. I'll share this notepad. And you'll get introduction class Word document also. Every class, you'll get the material like this. Today's class, this is the Word document. Like this, every class, you'll get one Word document for that class. That class explanation will be there. And along with the Word document, you also get the course content. I'm going to cover this course for 60 hours, more than 2 months. For the 2 months, what is the content I'm going to cover? You can find in this course content. I'm going to attach this course content in the mail. This is the content I am going to cover for 60 hours of time. I clearly listed this content, what I'm going to cover in the 11 pages, guys. This PDF have 11 pages. Please walk through these 11 pages so that you can understand what topics I'm going to cover in the 60 hours. Okay, daily 1 hour to 1.5 hour classes will be there. 1 hour to 1.5 hour. So Monday to Saturday, I'll take the classes. This is not the timings for the upcoming batch. Upcoming batch timings is 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. guys. So when it will start, my team will tell you. A daily 1 hour to 1.5 hour, I'll take the class. Some class only 1 hour will be there. Some class 1 hour 15 minutes will be there. Some class 1 hour 30 minutes will be there. Depends. 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes. Every day I'll take the class, Monday to Saturday. And the class timings will be 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. And it will take more than 2 months of time to complete the Power BI course, because Sunday is holiday, right? So what you will learn in that is how to perform data analysis. This is the new batch timings. When it will start, my team will update. Timings is this, morning 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. So what you will learn is how to perform data analysis using Power BI. You will learn in the coming 60 hours, more than 2 months. Once you learn this, you can comfortably keep 3 to 5 years of experience on Power BI. So I designed this course where you can comfortably keep, after completing this course, you can keep 3 to 5 years of experience on Power BI, guys. That level I'll teach the classes. Okay, you'll understand this point. Leave it about it. Now, let me give the breakdown of 60 hours. This is what we will perform in Power BI, right? I said that OLTPs will be provided by the company. We need to learn first ETL, where is using Power Query. We'll start Power Query and we'll teach for 13 hours, where you will learn all the ETL activities, where you will learn mashup language. So in Power Query, we will teach one language called mashup language. So after learning 13 hours for Power Query, next step you need to create OLAP database in Power Pivot. So we will start learning Power Pivot for 17 hours, where we will learn how to create OLAP databases. To create OLAP databases, we will learn data modeling concepts. We will learn data warehousing concepts. We will learn one of the important language called DAX language. DAX language is important here. After creating OLAP, we'll go and create reports. In Power View, for 17 hours of time, we'll tell you how to create the reports, how to create them reports. After creating the reports, we'll tell you how to share the reports using Power BI service. We'll start learning Power BI service for 13 hours of time, where we will teach cloud related concepts. Azure cloud concepts you will learn. You will learn admin related concepts, and you will learn Power BI projects, right? So in Power BI service, you will learn projects also. From this course, what are the add-ons you'll get? This course not only teach the topics in Power BI. What add-ons you will get in this course is you'll learn real-time projects. In this course, you people will learn this kind of projects, guys. This is one of the project I'm showing. In this project, I'm going to take title of the project is Retail AB project. In this project, I'm going to take the data from SQL Server. From this database, I'll take the data. These are the tables I'll take. I'll do a lot of ETL. I'll create a OLAP database like this, and I'll generate a lot of reports like this. Just you are seeing, right? You'll have report requirements here. As per the report requirements, we'll build it. Okay. Next. So who can learn this Power BI? Before I start discussing remaining 3 points, who can learn Power BI? Who can learn Power BI means freshers. Who are freshers? The people who completed their education in around 3 years. Around 3 years, let's say you are completed in 2024, 2025, your education in 2024 or 2025, 2026. These people will be treated as freshers, guys. You can learn Power BI for fresher as a fresher, and you can try for the job as a fresher. Okay. One more people who can learn Power BI is career break or career gap. Imagine you completed the education in 2020 year. You completed your education in 2020 year, and somehow you are not working from last 5-6 years. You guys are not working. So these people will be treated as career break or career gap. So these people can comfortably come and learn Power BI, but they don't get the job as a fresher. These people want to keep minimum 3 years experience, guys. 3 to 5 years of experience. I'll tell you, whoever have the career break after learning Power BI, how to keep 3 to 5 years of experience and how to try for the jobs, will tell you. Who will provide these experiences? This experience will be provided by some consultancies. There will be some consultancies which are running outside. So they'll provide these experiences. You will get that experience and you'll showcase and you'll try as an experienced person. And what is the third category of people who can learn is career transition. Career transition means already they are working employees. They might be working on some other domains like QA or mainframes, or they're working in the admin side, or they're working in finance sector, or they're working in some customer support sector. So they're planning to switch into data analytics, guys. Data analytics is the most in-demand skill. So they find that they don't find growth here. They're planning to switch into a most in-demand skill called data analytics. So these people also, they don't get the job as a fresher. If you just tell that I learned Power BI, I need a job as a fresher, beginner. No. So this career transition people also need to learn Power BI, and they also need to keep 3 to 5 years of experience. When they keep 3 to 5 years of experience, they also need to try for the job as but these people, they can convert their existing experience to Power BI experience. I'll tell you, if you are already working employee, how to convert your existing experience to Power BI experience, how to try for the Power BI job, I can tell you. So most of the Power BI jobs you will have in the combination of experience, guys. Now freshers also have it, but experience have more opportunities, guys. Now, who can learn Power BI means? These are the 3 category of people. Everyone is eligible, whether it's fresher, eligible, career gap, eligible, career transition, eligible. Now, for these people, I designed this course for keeping in mind this experienced people only. So if you want to keep this experience, you need to know Power BI developer roles and responsibilities. When you join in the company as a Power BI developer, what are the roles and responsibilities you need to know? In any Power BI projects, Power BI developer roles and responsibilities I'll discuss with practical examples, guys. With these roles and responsibilities with practical examples I'll discuss. And I'll also discuss resume preparation. If you are a fresher, how to prepare the resume. If you have a career break, how to prepare the resume. If you want to do career transition, how to convert your existing experience to Power BI experience and how to try for the Power BI job, how to prepare the resumes, we'll tell you. And we'll provide a lot of interview questions and we'll discuss them. And we'll conduct mock interviews. So keeping in mind When you go through all of this, you can keep 3 to 5 years of experience, guys. All 60 hours of recorded sessions we'll share with you. When you are doing the practice, if you got some questions, we'll have a dedicated support team who can clarify all your questions, guys. You don't need to wait for the trainer every time. When you got some questions while practicing, we have a separate support team. You can reach out to them. If support team is not able to clarify your question, you can reach out to me also, right? First you will reach out to support team, then I will reach out to me. Okay, now I'll go with the question. A common question people will ask is, any prerequisite to learn Power BI? Okay, I'm willing to learn Power BI, so I can strictly say no prerequisite to learn Power BI. Lot of people will think that in order to learn Power BI they need to know Excel. In order to learn Power BI they need to learn Excel. In order to learn know Power BI, they need to know SQL already. Strictly, I can say, even you don't know Excel, you don't know SQL, you can start learning Power BI. So even you are a non-IT guy, you don't have any prior computer knowledge, you can happily join my Power BI course and you can start learning them, because no prerequisite to learn Power BI. I'll teach the Power BI from very basic level. Even non-IT guy can start learning to the advanced project level, where you can do the project by your own. Now, okay, without knowing any knowledge, you can start learning Power BI. You join my course and you work hard for 60 hours, you work hard for 2 months, and you learn everything in the Power BI. Now you are master in Power BI. Okay, so within 2 months, 60 hours, you learn Power BI, but only with Power BI you don't get job. Okay, you do lot of hard work for 2 months. Now you know Power BI everything, but with only Power BI you don't get the job, guys. To get the job on Power BI, one more mandatory skill is to get the job on Power BI. SQL is mandatory. What is mandatory? SQL. If you go and check the job postings, 90% of Power BI job postings, Power BI jobs will be posted with this Power BI data analyst, Power BI developer, data analyst, Power BI specialist. You go to the Naukri or you go to the LinkedIn, you search with this job designations, guys. So most of the Power BI jobs you will see in the combination of Power BI and SQL. 90% of Power BI jobs you will see Power BI plus SQL combination. Power BI plus SQL plus Python. Some jobs they will ask Python and Excel. Some jobs they'll ask Power BI SQL Excel. Some jobs Power BI SQL Power Apps Power Automata. Some jobs Power BI SQL ADF. Some jobs Power BI SQL Tableau. I can say we can ignore this also. All the Power BI jobs SQL is mandatory. So why SQL is mandatory? First, try to understand what is the SQL. To get the Power BI job, why we need to know SQL? Let me explain, guys. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Structured query language. It's a common language used in all the databases. Whether you take any database, in order to work in this database, we need one language called SQL. SQL is a common language used in all these databases. So in order to learn the SQL, we need to learn any database. If you go and learn any database, SQL concepts are same, no matter what database you learn. So here, okay, we are trying to tell SQL is used to communicate with these databases. Now, so important point is, try to understand. I don't use SQL anywhere in the Power BI development. To extract the data, I don't require SQL. To transform the data, to do ETL, I don't require SQL. In Power Pivot to create OLAP, I don't require SQL. In Power View to create the visual report, I don't require SQL. To publish and to share, you don't require SQL. Throughout the Power BI development phase, nowhere I use SQL. Tell me, guys, when you don't use SQL nowhere in the Power BI, without knowing any SQL, I can complete my Power BI project. Important. This is important. When you don't use SQL anywhere in the Power BI, why companies are asking without SQL, they don't give the Power BI jobs? Why? Online people, tell me if you know. Why they are asking? If you are using SQL somewhere in the Power BI, then asking SQL is fine. But I don't use SQL anywhere in Power BI. But why Power BI jobs they're asking SQL? Anybody knows? Hmm. What is the reason is? What is the reason they'll ask SQL is? Okay, in the development phase, we don't use SQL, guys. Okay, you take the data from database. Mostly companies will store the data in one database, either SQL or Oracle, some database. You mostly will take the data from database. You'll do ETL in the Power Query. You'll create OLAP database in the Power Pivot. You'll generate the reports in Power View. How can you blindly tell your report is correct? You might do a mistake in Power Query. You might do a mistake in Power Pivot. You might do a mistake in Power View. You might be showing the wrong numbers here. You might be showing the wrong numbers here, right? You might be showing the wrong numbers here. Can I share the wrong numbers to my clients? No. Once you create the report, we need to check this report numbers are correct or not. You are moving the data from many places to here. There are chances data will wrong. We might commit a mistakes anywhere here. So after creating the report, we need to cross-check that numbers. How we'll cross-check the numbers is database can understand only one language called SQL. Using the SQL, you will write the queries. That queries will give the output. That output you need to compare with this report output. In order to write this SQL queries, we need to learn SQL, guys. We need to learn SQL. See here, to develop the reports, we don't require SQL. To test the data in the reports, we require SQL. After I develop this report, whether this report numbers are correct or not, that we will test it by writing the SQL queries, guys. Okay, so we'll understand that in the upcoming classes. We are going to teach SQL classes. In our training institute, we teach SQL classes also for 30 hours of time, where we will teach MySQL database. Any database, no matter whether you learn MySQL or DB2 or Oracle or SQL Server, the SQL commands and concepts are same. You will learn 30 hours of time. Power BI, you need to learn 60. If you already know SQL concepts, you don't need to spend this 30 hours. You can just learn Power BI for 60 hours. If you don't know SQL concepts, you need to spend 60 hours of 30 hours of time learning SQL concepts, 60 hours of time learning Power BI, almost 90 hours we need to spend in order to learn both. So that you can comfortably apply for Power BI jobs by keeping 3 to 5 years of experience. Yes, you can try as a fresher or experienced. These are my front office team members. If you have any questions related to the courses, you can ask them. Now I'll go with the questions, guys. Any questions related to the demo, technical part, you can ask here. Online people, just please unmute and proceed. Any questions if you have? Is it clear?
Sir, I have doubt about timings. Like, is this the only time you will teach for new batch?
We have one more batch, ma'am. That will take some more time. One batch timing is morning 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Another batch we have is evening time, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. That might take some more time, guys. Not immediately. You talk to my friend desk team, they will tell you this.
Okay, I mean, like, I'll go to office in the morning, so I need another timings.
You wait for evening batch time, ma'am. 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. batch.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Any other questions?
Hi, sir.
Yes.
There is option also for the Power Apps and the Power Automate thing
We
in
have,
Power
sir.
BI, right?
In our training institute, we have every course what I listed here, sir. We have Power Apps course also with us. You talk to the front office team, they will provide the details about Power Apps and Power Automation
No,
course also.
I'm just telling that whether you are covering these basic things to showcase these reports in the Power Apps or
Why? No, we don't cover anything. You need to opt for a separate course. If you want to know anything about Power Apps and Automate, you need to opt for a separate course. We don't cover anything in Power BI. Any questions? Yes, please unmute and proceed, guys. Ajay, yes?
Sir, you told only Power BI is enough for keeping 3 to 5 years experience, right, sir?
Power BI plus SQL. Yes.
Only Power BI plus SQL. SQL.
Yes.
I already learned SQL, sir. Again, I need to learn SQL.
See, if you need to decide. You learn when you learn. If you remember them, the concepts or not. If you forget, for refreshing, join the course. If you remember, no need to join.
Okay, sir. I remember, sir.
No problem. You just join Power BI course.
Okay. Sir, then I mean, how to test Power BI reports and Power BI data is correct or not?
That and all we will tell you. Don't worry. In Power BI course also, we'll tell you.
Okay, sir. That is what I have.
Hello.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. What's your name? You join with ZZ. What's your name?
Sorry, Sunil, this is Rakesh this side. Currently, I'm unable to mute in my laptop, so that's why I joined with this my mobile.
No problem,
Mobile.
Rakesh. You please proceed, Rakesh.
Okay, sir, I have one small question. Like currently nowadays, like we can see that Microsoft Fabric's in outside, right? Okay. In that Fabric also we are using that
Now, I will tell you,
Power
sir,
BI.
how yes, how Power BI is used in Fabric. I'll tell you. I'll give that background. Let me show you. See, Power BI is subset of Fabric. In Fabric, this is Microsoft Fabric. It have data factory software. It have other softwares. It also have Power BI. So,
Yes.
so in the Power BI perspective, how we use Fabric, I'll explain.
Okay.
We will explain.
Okay. This is my doubt, sir. So you will cover in this same session only, right? This about this Microsoft Fabric.
Same classes. Power BI classes only I'll cover.
Okay, sir. Sir, like before me, like, one guy asked about that Power Automate, right? So that option is not available in this, right?
See,
Class.
Power Apps, Power Automate is 90 hours course. I cannot include them. Even when we discussed at a high level, no use of it. Not required.
Okay.
Not required. If you go for our Power Apps, Power Automate course, it's 90 hour course.
So do we have an option
Separate.
about plus Power BI plus Power Automate?
You can join Power Automate only, if you don't want, see, in this Power Apps and Power Automate, Power Apps will be discussed for 60 hours around. Power Automate will be discussed for 30 hours. You can join.
Okay. Currently, I'm working as a functional consultant in Microsoft CRM as a in Power Apps, but I want to know this Power BI and Power Automate. So that's why
You
I
can
asked.
join only Power Automate also if you want.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
I will reach out to him.
You just reach out to Fender's team. They will provide the details, sir.
Yep, sir. Thanks.
Right. Anybody have any questions?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah, please tell me, sir.
Sir, myself Chandrasekhar, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, I have
Yeah,
career
Chandrasekhar.
gap of I have career gap of nearly 10 years, sir.
10 years. What we can
10
do
years.
is first 5 to 6 years, we want to keep non-IT experience. And last 3,
Okay,
4
sir.
years, we want to keep IT experience. In such a way, we need to try the job.
Is there any chance to get a job, sir?
Yes, there is a
Yeah.
chance. There is a chance.
Okay, sir. I completed my BTech in 2011, sir.
2011, 26,
11.
almost 15 years, right? Not 10, 15 years. Sir.
Yes, sir.
See, one thing here,
After that,
they don't expect the gap. If you
uh,
have any non-IT experience, we can keep for 10, 15 years also. And last 3, 4 years, we can keep Power BI experience. But gap, that much gap, they don't accept. Somewhere you should be working.
sir, I'm working as a IT faculty in college and school, sir.
We can show that experience also they'll consider.
That experience they consider.
That
Okay, sir.
experience means, but last 4 years, we need to keep IT experience only. Before and all, we can
Last
keep the
five.
training experience.
Okay, sir. That is my problem.
Any other
Okay, thank you,
questions?
sir.
Right,
Sir,
welcome.
if we go out for a job, they'll ask for live projects, but we are not doing live projects. How can we get
Why we don't do? I said that these are live projects only. The projects
live
which we
projects
are
is
going to
like
do.
experienced projects now.
What experienced projects?
I mean, like if we work in company, that is called as live projects, right?
In companies also will have same kind of table, same kind of data, what we are going to showcase in our classes, ma'am. So after you do this project, even when you join in the company to do the Power BI project, it will be exactly same.
Okay.
Any
Sir,
questions?
I have one more doubt, sir.
Uh,
Chandrasekhar, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, can you provide any internship, sir, from your
yeah, we
side?
have internship. We have internship program also. We will provide.
Will you charge any cost for that, or it is a paid or unpaid? How it will be, sir?
It's fee only.
How many months, sir? It's internship.
So only for SQL around 1 month, for Power BI around 1 month, 2 months.
2 months.
Mm.
Unpaid internship, sir.
Sorry?
It will cover in the same fee structure of our
With the same
course.
fee, in the course fee only. There also
Hmm.
in the internship programs, we will do some additional projects.
Additional project.
Additional
Okay.
projects. Some more projects we will do in the internship. Any questions, guys? Others? Syed, yes? Please proceed, Syed. You try to you unmuted. I'm not able to hear you if you are speaking. Others? Any questions, guys? Fine. Hope everyone is clear. I'll stop here. My team will update you when is your next class. Thank you. See you in the next class.